Okay, so we are talking about this. Was not expecting to, but you know what? I saw it and I had to. So recently, Lorde just dropped her new album titled Virgin. If you don't know Lorde, I first found out about her through when she did the one David Bowie cover at the tribute for him. I forget when I know it was 2016, but I forget what it was specifically. But I found out about her through that. But you also probably know her song Royals or South Park. But her new album just came out, I think, just this past week, and people seem to be liking it. I'm not going to talk about the music today, actually, because there's been some controversy within the photos in the vinyl being released being more scandalous, and some even criticizing the cover art. We're not going to spend too much time on that. We're actually going to be talking about the physical copies themselves. We have to obviously talk about the cover. If we're going to talk about physical media, the cover is kind of the first thing, so we're just going to run through that quickly. I honestly think it's really damn cool. And if you don't know what the standard cover is, it's basically just an x-ray of her from the waist down on the front cover, and I think it's just like her chest x-ray on the back cover. And I think that's really cool because the cover is pretty much similar in style to Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones. And if you don't know that one, you know kind of the cool trick behind it where it actually came with a zipper on the cover. But it was literally just a pair of pants on the cover for Sticky Fingers. Motley Crue's done it. I think there's even kind of a similar one for Tyler, the Creator. Did like a similar kind of cover for it. So it's that kind of cover has been done over and over. But I have not seen an X-ray one, which I think is pretty damn cool. But people are shocked about the artwork inside the vinyl, and I'm guessing it's like a booklet or some sort of insert. I'm not going to show it here because it's like I just don't want this video to get taken down. But you can look it up yourself. I found it through Twitter, but it's also on other different websites. I couldn't find it on Discogs just yet, but I'm guessing just you can't show it on there. But just be prepared to see what some have deemed on TikTok the Lorde. I wish I was making that up. But the most important part of this whole entire album rollout is people have been having actual problems with playing it. And more specifically, playing the CD version of the album, which I will put up on screen here. As you can see here, it's pretty bare bones with the packaging, with just a front booklet, insert, and a sticker on either the front or back, depending on which area you get it in, and it just says the name and the title of it. And the disc? Yes, we have another type of weird CD. After I talked about the shaped CD, we have one which I am going to be nicknaming the Ghost Disc. This is an almost fully clear disc, other than a small line of words. It's like a Matrix runout, basically, on the edge of it, assuming it's for like copyright reasons and also to tell people what's the front and what's the back, without just putting like just a big ass title there. But this is where the problem starts. The disc does not play most of the time. I've seen about 100 videos of this since it came out, and even just today while researching, just new ones like today, and maybe 30 videos I've seen it working. But the other 100 plus whatever, I have seen people basically saying it doesn't work in this car, it doesn't work in this disc, and this CD player, it doesn't work on my Xbox, it doesn't work anywhere, blah 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 blah. So if you don't know how CDs work, I'm gonna just give a quick rundown just so you kind of get what the problem is. So it uses laser technology to read the coding in the disc through bumps, or they have like fancier words for it, and it just reads the data off of it, kind of like how a record has grooves and you read the music through the grooves. The light from the laser reflects off the surface, allowing it to read the data, but the problem is there is no surface for it to reflect off of since it is clear. It's just letting the light, laser, whatever you want to call it, go directly through it, and causing a lot of these CD players in the car, at home, whatever, it's causing them to read as no disc, because it is reading like there is nothing there. There's nothing for it to bounce off of to say, hey, there is something here. Now, obviously, that isn't the case for everyone, but a majority, it seems it is. While I will say this is a pretty neat idea for a CD, I feel like the execution was not done in the proper way. there is probably some way to get a semi-transparent CD out there. I don't know how. I'm actually going to look into this afterwards to see if anyone actually did. But for the most part, when I looked it up, no one else has done a transparent CD. If you know anyone who does, just put it in the comments. I'd actually like to know more about it. Cool idea, but the execution was not there. It just seems to be a waste. And it's like the CD's like $14 on their site. Some people I've seen spend $20 on it, which I'm like, oh. But there's also some pretty neat vinyl variants on their site. They range from $32 to $37. I saw one where it was like an X-ray picture disc type of thing in the actual sleeve. I saw a blood red variant, but on their website there are ones like the clear, standard black, and then my favorite looking one, the Coke bottle green. But there was a vinyl variant I saw, if I'm correct, and it looks like it is in Europe. And the label, and it says Universal Music New Zealand and Crush Music, but the country is Europe, and that is a crystal clear, fully transparent record in a plastic sleeve. Now, I will say this is probably the laziest variant of the album, but is also probably the most harmful vinyl variant. So, if you don't know, a lot of, like, picture discs or some records will come in these like PVC plastic sleeves, whatever you want to call them. Most like picture discs do, so you can frame them, whatever you want to do with them. The problem is the plastic sleeve it comes in actually can damage the record. These plastic sleeves tend to do what is called off-gassing, which can lead to the record getting damaged by hazing, staining, or even getting stuck in the sleeve. I've actually had that happen to me on one of mine, and I am currently in the process of moving all of my records that are in those sleeves to something that is not. And the hazing and staining can lead to like a film kind of going over the vinyl, causing hissing and just kind of damaging the record overall. Like, I think it's just an awful thing to do to it. So if you got this variant of the album, I would highly recommend switching it to like an anti-static sleeve, and or just something overall that does not cause harm to the record, so you actually have something to play. So that's going to be it for today's video. What are your thoughts on this album? I have not listened to it yet. Honestly, that might be the next album review I do. What is your favorite variant that has been released? Have you got the CD to play? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.